Welcome everyone to the PYRESWAP show. Super excited to see you guys here today. And I am just shit posting a little bit in the general chat there because I just think that meme is funny. Yeah, I just think that that's just Argentina has launched a meme coin and it's like, yeah, we know, and they talk about the Argentine peso. I'm sorry, it's just slightly funny. Okay. But anyways, so super excited to have you all here today. I have nothing material to talk about today at all. I'm in fact making an appearance to let you guys know that immense progress has been made in the finishing of Learn PYRESWAP. Unfortunately, almost none of that is in any presentable form to you all today. But since I have you all here, I did see some evidence that the stickers have in fact attracted the devotion of walkers, of pedestrians, if you will, that people that saw the stickers. I'll be honest, some of them are pretty scannable. You gotta fight for your right to be seen on eyeballs. But yeah, I think that's great. Otherwise, let's see. Thank you for that Beastie Boys gif. I appreciate that a lot. Because otherwise, I'll be honest, right now, every fiber of my being just tells me to shut the fuck up and get back to work. I'm just being honest, okay? I don't want to kill the vibe on this particular live stream, but I think that the best course of action is for me to just shut the fuck up and get back to work. Who's with me today here? Who do I have here in my audience? Let me just talk to you guys directly. Fantastic. I think a few of you have DM'd me and I haven't DM'd you guys back. Well, anyways, yeah. The best thing I can do is, of course, deliverables, right? Would you guys agree? An hour spent can be divided into quarters, which is 15 minutes spent, which can be divided into 5-minute blocks. Do you know what I mean? So, they say that the key to getting productive is to really realize that you can make even like minutes matter. Does that make sense? The roundtable was this morning, and I did actually kind of like a dry, unrehearsed, off the cuff telling of Act 1. And by Act 1, I mean the investment of Fergus Fenbrook, which is kind of like our flagship piece of educational fantasy fiction. And overall, I will say this, reviews were good. Yeah. I don't think that anybody who listened to me tell Act 1, even though I told it pretty bad, I don't think anybody heard that and actually thought this was going to underwhelm. I hope I'm making sense. Like, there is not, I am not willing to risk underkill. We're only going to do overkill. Does that make sense? Learn PYRESWAP. It becomes like an evergreen tool that anybody can use to market this product. It no longer requires me to have a conversation with somebody. It no longer requires me to live stream a demo. It no longer requires me to periodically attend a Twitter space, as it were. It's the organization of things we already do to the point that they can be replicated, leveraged, exponentialized, right? And personally, I think that Learn PYRESWAP will be 100x better than everything we've done for marketing so far. Just to be clear. 100x. Yeah. That's the difference that 13 books can make. Yeah. Anyways. For those of you with me today, yeah. Let's see. Who's with me today? Kia Dezo and Dr. Mac and Charlotte. Okay, yeah. At least you guys listened to the story version a few hours ago. And I guess, yeah, if I were to get your review, do you guys at least understand and appreciate? Thank you for that emoji. That's exactly it. Yeah, like legit, yeah, thank you for that, yeah. I am not half-assing any part of this storytelling or this world building. Yeah, it will only crush the target, to be clear. Yeah. A lot of the storytelling and story writing that I was doing in December, I feel like that was actually not up to par. So if you guys remember me telling a story about these two guys, one of them was borrowing money, and the other one was lending money, and there's another story about the 3 broccoli farmers, and I realized that like hitting people with parables and allegories, it can be effective, but you first have to make them care. You first have to make people care first. One of the ways you can make them care is to show that you care, by the way. And that is really, I guess you could say, now what leads like our value delivery. Yeah. Oh, indeed. Fantastic, fantastic. Always good to see. Yeah. I think our ambassador program is going to get a huge level up from this content as well, because I think a lot of people recognize the potential of this project, but what we've never really established before is like, where do you start talking about this project, right? There's a lot of stuff to talk about, and I feel like a lot of the stuff that, about this project that's already been established is not really a good talking point. So like, I think talking about it like a DEX to start off with is not a good talking point. I think talking about the fact that it's related to tomb forks is also not a good talking point. Does that make sense? I think you need to reach people on something much more fundamental that's also novel and new. Do you guys know what I'm saying? This was like my own paradigm and epiphany shift. And I've only realized how much more effective it is than literally everything else we tried. Yeah, exactly. But you know what, Keto? So we did, what I had to learn and journey for myself is like, well, wait a minute. What do I know that they do understand? And let's say I don't want to talk about something already in Web3, right? Let's say I want to talk about investing versus gambling, because that they would understand, right? Let's say I want to talk about social media, that they would understand, right? Like this, you have to be able to kind of like, you kind of want to speak where they are, but not start off at a product comparison. Does that make sense? Like you want to talk to them about their problem, or right, or what they stand to gain from your solution. Does that make sense? So that way, if I were to draw this as a diagram, it's like, if this is them and this is you, you don't want to like start off by talking about this, like another project. Does that make sense? And then coming over here, do you get what I'm saying? Like stop trying to like get them to think about you like another one of those other projects. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So in order to differentiate, you have to go directly to them. Does that make sense? I don't know if this is conception making sense, but like starting off by saying like, think about one of these other projects. That's just not it. Like that's just not it. And also it doesn't make you, it doesn't put you in the gold medal category. It puts you in the silver medal category. Do you guys know what I mean? Anyways, I appreciate that you guys are listening to me talk about marketing. Because we're going to knock it out of the park. Yeah, we're not only going to solve our own marketing problems. Oh, by the way, did you guys hear that Grove, which is like the founding organization behind Pocket, they are now they're now associated with Ripple's sidechain. So yeah, Pocket, or I should say the family tree of Pocket, is now in association with Ripple or some sort of partnership. I have no fucking idea what this means. I'm not even like a huge proponent of Ripple. But I know that some people like to think about these associations. So I will say that I was talking to someone yesterday about PYRESWAP. In fact, I was talking to him about Learn PYRESWAP. I was saying, before I tell you anything about my project, I would like you to know that I'm building a gigantic marketing mechanism for my project. In fact, it's a 10 video long marketing funnel. And it's kind of a concept funnel too. And I told him that like my project is very complex, although it's very, very robust and functional. The problem is that talking about my project is sometimes counterproductive to marketing my project. So I said, so if you wouldn't mind just waiting a little bit longer for me to finish Learn PYRESWAP, I can actually just show you Learn PYRESWAP, and then that will be the presentation for my project. And first of all, by the way, this was a venture capitalist, And this was a venture capitalist that was actually a backer of Pocket. So I will tell you this, that yeah, there are in fact larger money bag people that are obviously invested in this, and they are in fact, I guess you could say, waiting for us to be ready. But we're gonna finish Learn PYRESWAP. We're gonna go on tour with it, and then we're gonna go to the fucking moon. I don't know what to tell you. Like I feel like I might be the only person in fucking Web3 that when he says nonsensical statements like going to the moon, I could probably prove it with math. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, I think I could at least prove it with a little bit of bastard calculus. I don't think anybody else can do that. I don't want to sound too fucking arrogant, especially I only got like, I don't know, 7 people in my audience today or whatever. But yeah, like as far as like a real sequence of dominoes, yeah, like that's the only thing I care to build. Fuck a pump and dump. I'm serious. Fuck a pump and dump. Yeah, like this is a wealth generation project, right? It's a value generation project. Yeah, and Kidezo, that is human nature, by the way. That is human nature, because they want like, let's put it this way. They'll be looking at PYRESWAP and they'll be looking at like 3 of their products, right? So they'll be staying there. They'll be waiting for the first for the whack-a-mole effect. Does that make sense? So you have whack-a-mole investors. That's a great way to describe them. Whack-a-mole investors. So like they have their dry powder there and they're waiting for like, you know what I mean? They're like narrowing down the products they want to throw a fucking a chunk at, as it were, right? So then as soon as they see this, they will in fact type 3 into the fucking into the project. But we need there to be a robust type 2 user base. I've beaten that concept to death. Anyways, I appreciate you guys accepting the fact that we do these live streams shorter and shorter. I just want to continue affirming that this product is not dead, nor can it die. And yeah, we'll see you at PEG, I guess. Anyone have any questions? Any questions? Yeah, by the way, you guys saw 3 people. Tomorrow, Alessio, tomorrow. Anyways, if you guys, Alessio, if you have any doubts about the efficacy of the storytelling, Kiadezo and Dr. Mac and Charlotte, all 3 of them affirmed that, yeah, the storytelling is not bad, okay? Yeah. So I know you might think that they might have their money invested and therefore they might be biased, but actually I would say they all have the ability to be pretty objective. Well, they mean good. I'm trying to be fucking modest and say that it wasn't bad. They're saying it was great. They're posting rocket emojis and shit. I'm trying to be modest, which apparently doesn't suit me at all. Would you guys prefer that I just be like over the top arrogant all the time? Yeah. Okay, now everybody's just making jokes at this point. Yeah. I'm trying to say that like the storytelling isn't bad. Like I'm not trying to praise myself before I even finish the fucking project. You know what I mean? Yeah. I definitely, you know, for me to say it's good and then like not show you is like, I don't know, that feels like a dick move, you know? So I would say that I've done a extremely rough presentation level. You know what, Alessio? If you could just hold, yeah, I appreciate your patience and support. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming to the PYRESWAP show. We will now end the stream. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.